Yo guys, Jonathan here. Today I'm excited because we are talking 2018 MacBook Pros, what to expect, when to expect them, and that means if you're looking to buy one, unless you absolutely need one the second, I would try and hold off because we should see new models sooner than later. Now, for those that have been watching the news, Apple recently announced two events, one in March that is specifically centered around education, and then of course WWDC 2018, which is slated for June. I wouldn't hold my breath for new MacBooks or MacBook Pros in the March event, rather WWDC seems to make a lot more sense to me. So if you're talking new MacBooks and new MacBook Pros in June, I would say. Today though, I want to break this down into a top 5 features and rumors wish list that's all kind of sandwiched together. Maybe a couple of things that we have a great chance of seeing, and also a couple things that aren't as likely, but would still be amazing. So kicking off the list at number 1 is something that I've been wanting for a really long time, but 2018 might be the year where that wish finally comes true, and that is a quad-core 13-inch MacBook Pro. For pretty much ever now, the 13-inch MacBook Pro has been maxed out at dual cores, and don't get me wrong, they perform great, but when you stack them side by side against a quad-core 15-inch MacBook Pro, the performance is night and day. My buddy Dave2D did an amazing overview and breakdown of what to expect as far as the processors go in the 2018 MacBooks and MacBook Pros. That actually inspired me to do this video. I'm not gonna go as technical as he did, so if you wanna watch that, I'll link it down below, but the idea of a 13-inch MacBook Pro with a quad-core processor really excites me. I love the portability, how lightweight they are, but it's always been the quad-core and performance options of the 15-inch MacBook Pro that's kind of led me that way. But with the option potentially coming to a 13-inch MacBook Pro, maybe 2018 is the year that I finally switch. Next up at number 2 pertains to both the 13-inch MacBook Pro and the 13-inch MacBook Air, because as of now, the 13-inch MacBook Air to me is a really awkward place in terms of Apple notebooks. I would not recommend it surely because of how bad the display is compared to the 13-inch MacBook Pro. The problem is though, not everyone needs the ports, the power, or probably more significantly, the price of a MacBook Pro. 2018 seems to be the year though where there's finally gonna be a solution. Based off rumors, it's looking like we should finally see an update to the MacBook Air, specifically in the display. It's gonna be a lower quality panel compared to the 13-inch MacBook Pro, but it should be significantly better than what's on the MacBook Air now, which was the biggest reason, like I said, not to buy one. Potentially the thing that you should get more excited with the MacBook Air though is gonna be the rumored price tag, which is slated to start at $900, potentially cheaper, which more than likely in Apple talk probably means $899, but still great news nonetheless. This I think will make a much better and smarter option to the 13-inch MacBook Pro without Touch Bar. I think people going for those A, wanted to save money, and B, don't need all the features of a MacBook Pro, so an updated 13-inch MacBook Air makes way more sense. From there, moving on to number 3, we're talking about the 15-inch MacBook Pro, and as long as the 13-inch MacBook Pro has been locked at 2 cores, the 15-inch MacBook Pro has been locked at 4 cores, but 2018 might be the year where we see a 6-core MacBook Pro, which has me drooling. So yeah, the idea of 6 cores in a MacBook Pro sounds amazing. I may have spoke too soon with the idea of using a quad-core 13-inch MacBook Pro as my everyday machine, because if there was a 15-inch MacBook Pro 6 cores, not gonna lie, I would probably go that route. Now, in no way would this replace an iMac Pro, but for those looking at a 15-inch MacBook Pro to potentially replace a regular 5K iMac, this actually makes a lot of sense. Currently, when you stack a 27-inch 5K iMac next to a 15-inch MacBook Pro on paper, they seem really similar. They're both quad-core, but you get a ton more performance on the 5K iMac, but with the potential release of a 6-core MacBook Pro, that might make up for some of the difference. So I'm not sure what I'm more excited for, a quad-core 13-inch MacBook Pro or a 6-core 15-inch MacBook Pro. They both sound amazing, but I would love to hear what you guys think with a comment down below. Next, number 4, we've kind of seen this natural progression where first we saw Touch ID come to the iPhone. Naturally, we then wanted to see that come to the MacBook Pro. It did, but Apple debuted Face ID on the iPhone X, and I would love to see that on the new MacBook Pros. In a lot of ways, Face ID makes a ton of sense for a MacBook or a MacBook Pro, and unlike the iPhone X, I don't think Apple has to eliminate Touch ID, but rather it's a great opportunity to keep both options. With a MacBook or MacBook Pro, you're already staring at your screen, so whether you're installing a program, making a purchase, or just unlocking your MacBook, it would be lightning fast. Plus, I'm pretty sure every person on this planet wants the opportunity to create an Animoji on their MacBook. I'm kidding. Jokes aside though, it kind of seems like it's only the next natural progression since we saw Face ID on the iPhone. It would be an amazing upgrade to the MacBook Pro, but with this one, I wouldn't bet on it coming to these 2018 MacBook Pros. We might have to wait until 2019 to see that happen, but either way, I got my fingers crossed. Last up in number 5 pertains to both the 13 and 15-inch MacBook Pros, and this would be bigger storage options. Currently, the 13-inch MacBook Pro maxes out at 1 terabyte, whereas the 15-inch MacBook Pro maxes out with a 2 terabyte SSD, but I would love, I'm praying, I'm hoping to see a 2 terabyte option on a 13-inch MacBook Pro, and would be absolutely amazing, we saw this on the iMac Pro, is a 4 terabyte option on the 15-inch MacBook Pro. Currently, the 2TB option on the 15-inch MacBook Pro is awesome, and I would love to see that trickle down to the 13-inch MacBook Pro, especially with the rumored power upgrades, but the idea of double that, 4 TB on a 15-inch MacBook Pro sounds incredible. I would never need to rely on an external SSD when I'm traveling. Don't get me wrong, something like the Samsung T3 SSD, it's lightweight, it's portable, but any chance I have where I can eliminate the need to have something plugged in, I'm going to take that route every single time. Much like Face ID though, I don't think this is something that is guaranteed with these upcoming 2018 MacBook Pros. Rather, it might be something that we have to wait until 2019 for, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm crossing my fingers because this will be a much welcomed addition. So those are my top 5. Maybe one bonus thing I would love to see on these MacBook Pros would be Apple bringing back some ports. I completely realize that is unlikely, but Phil Schiller actually admitted that Apple may have jumped the gun too soon with removing all those ports and only leaving USB-C or Thunderbolt 3. For the most part, I'm pretty much well adapted to Thunderbolt 3 and USB-C, but I still really miss an SD card slot. There are still many things that I use that use an SD card slot, so I would love to somehow see that come back on these MacBook Pros. A guy
look at the top of his head.
I can only dream that. If you guys are excited for the upcoming 2018 MacBook and MacBook Pros, drop a like down below. I would love to hear what you're most excited for, and definitely feel free to subscribe for future coverage on these. This is Jonathan, and I'll catch you guys later.